Hey, it's Richie and Wes.
He's Richie.
And he's Wes.
And this is our show. Whew, we are hopped up on a fancy rosé.
Yes, we are.
And ready to go.
Yes. Yes.
Well, this is what we do. We see things on our social media feed, we drink wine, and we talk shit about everything.
Yep. Pretty much.
Welcome to the show. If you're wondering how things are going, it's springtime in LA and it's fucking raining. Again.
For the second day in a row, without a forecast of rain, mind you.
It's 80 degrees in New York.
What the global warming is going on here?
Hate it.
Oh,
and if you're wondering how things are going online, we've all but abandoned our social media at Richie and Wes.
We're busy, goddammit.
We are busy. But you can follow our personal accounts because we still update.
We are busy. You are traveling for months at a time.
But you could always follow our personal accounts because we do update there.
Yes. No, we're busy. Things are chaotic.
Yeah, chaotic?
Yeah. Well, speaking of chaotic, let's just hop into this up front. Someone compiled this TikTok, and it's going viral, and it explains a lot. She said, why millennials are so anxious.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this rundown?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah, let me just read these things off to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to play with music. I'm just going to read it. I have my phone on silent. 1997, Princess Diana dies. 1999, Columbine shooting.
Mm-hmm.
2001, 9/11. 2003, Iraq War. 2007, job recession, job loss, and poverty increase. 2008, house market collapse. 2012, Trayvon Martin's killed. Black Lives Matter sparked.
And you think
2014,
so
Flight 370 just disappears. 2016, Donald Trump becomes president. 2020, global pandemic.
2016 seems like it is so fucking far away. Like that was
seriously
eons ago.
And it really wasn't.
No.
But I was like, oh, that is a lot of fucking shit back to back. And that our asses had to deal with.
Before that, there was Gulf War. Before that, there was the Unabomber. Before that, there was... I mean, the world's fucked up.
Fucked all the way up.
It is.
We should all just get free Xanax from the government for all the shit that we've had to deal with in our lifetimes.
Little Xanax dispensary.
I would love it. Along with our rosé. Just kidding, we are not condoning alcohol and drug abuse.
Not abuse.
But if it helps, it helps.
Just a firm belief. Well, if you're wondering how it's going on the Bird app, I reported someone on Twitter for calling another user a faggot and telling them to kill themselves.
Oh my god.
Twitter support responded saying they didn't break any terms of service.
But I say old girl should be tossed in the volcano and I get banned for a week.
What did you say?
I said that Candace Owen somebody needs to throw Candace Owen into a volcano and I got banned for a week. Immediately, 15 seconds later, but someone can just call people homophobic slurs.
It's because they use like a GIF. They weren't saying, like, kill themselves in a reply. It was using a little animated thing that said it. So it was, like, I guess, satire or a joke or something.
So stupid. Twitter's just a mess.
Why am I still on there? I don't understand.
I mean, it is entertaining. I go in there to laugh. When you find a funny thread, it's hard to...
True. Plus, in a way, you do, like, for me, I really have used Twitter to stay informed for a number of years. They, less and less, they actually feature reputable news outlets.
Yes.
Which I'll remind everyone again to follow Law Dork and subscribe to him because at least you'll be updated on things in your Twitter feed and your email inbox. But yeah, I really, really used to use it as a news source. Yeah. And it's becoming becoming more of an outrage cycle.
It's just going nuts.
It's always
then the random people getting banned for the most random shit.
Yeah.
This poor user got blocked by Anita Baker. All because she tweeted, "Who wants a morning cup of coffee?" And he said, "Me!" Exclamation point. I can't make this up.
Why would she plug him?
Sorry, that just popped up and it really tickled me. I was cracking up. Oh my god. You know who's not cracking up on Twitter is Doja Cat.
Oh.
Because
I had her in my notes for sure.
Because Twitter is now, as I think next week or the week after, is going to be removing blue check marks even from verified celebrities and news outlets unless they pay for Twitter Blue. She said, "I don't care. I'm not paying for this. Blue check marks are for people who need validation and are a bunch of losers."
You know,
I'm not mad at it. I don't need a goddamn check mark. And I don't need to write a novel on Twitter. Those have been weird to look at. Have you came across one of those? Because you have like an unlimited count or some crazy ass like letter count if you have Twitter.
It's too much.
So like I'll be scrolling,
all that.
and then it's just like I'm like, what is this? Is what Twitter is for? My ADHD, so I don't have to read much.
Exactly. I am not reading all that.
No, I'm there for funny memes, gifs, news, and entertainment.
Thank you. And news, I mean a headline that if it's interesting, not clickbaity. If it's interesting, I will click into and read it. But yeah, I'm not paying for a blue check. Instagram wants to charge you $15 a month.
For fucking what?
For a blue check. So you'll be featured.
For Instagram?
Yeah. So you'll be featured.
You're not fucking Netflix? Like, what the hell?
They stopped paying people for Reels. They ended that program. Which after, by the way, they kind of like, for myself, for sure, they almost like forced me to become a creator because they're like, oh, well, if you make your account a creator account, you'll have access to all these other things on Instagram. And I'm like, oh, well, okay, I'll become a creator account because I'll have access to all these other things. Oh, well, if you make Reels on Instagram, we'll pay you. And then you're like, oh, I need to make Reels.
Right?
And then suddenly you're like caring about You're
all this shit.
You're caring about all this stupid shit
that you never cared about before.
No. And now they're like, yeah, we're not paying for Reels anymore.
People are these fucking,
and they want us to pay for it.
It's just
Doja Cat is right.
Yes,
because she didn't ask for that blue check mark to begin with.
Exactly, she was given it because she's a celebrity.
Put it there.
Mm-hmm. So I'm on Team Cat for this.
You know what? Okay. You know I love retail therapy.
Yes. What did you buy?
I haven't bought it yet.
Okay.
But
you will after the show is wrapped.
I'm putting a link to it in our show notes, which, if you don't know, we have show notes.
There we go.
It's a t-shirt. Recycle. Reuse. Renew.
That is cute.
Rethink.
That is very cute. Cunt. I love it.
It says cunt right there.
Yes. And here I thought you were just randomly being positive.
Walmart sold these apparently by accident, not realizing there was a hidden.
That is amazing.
Curse word in the shirt.
Did they take them away?
To my knowledge, yeah, people have made it known. This is why people need to fucking chill. I didn't even see anyone reacting to it negatively. It was just like, ooh, ha, ha, there's a shirt at Walmart. Well, you spoiled the game.
Right? Sometimes keep shit to yourself.
Thank you. Because Walmart became aware of it.
This is why black people lie about oxtails. We don't want the price to go up.
Okay.
Just shut up. Take your information and be quiet about it.
It's still available on Amazon. So
perfect.
That's where I'll include the link. But it was, it was at Walmart. Oops.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
People don't check things. Look, nobody has time or the money for copywriters anymore. Nope.
Oh my god. Just a mess. What else you got?
Okay, this is a long tie-in, so get ready for it. It starts with a platitude about exercise and leads into a Britney Spears update.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, how did I miss a Britney update?
Oh my god, I can't believe you missed this.
Probably happened when I couldn't see last week.
Yeah. Richie Rich broke out in hives.
And my eyes full shut, and my eyes were super sensitive to light, so much so that I couldn't drive. All on your birthday that I was planning on attending and was so excited about because I didn't have to go to work till super late that night. I can actually celebrate.
Yeah.
Well, then that was a damn.
I'm old, so I started the party early.
Right, the beehive stung me, y'all. And I broke
eyes. Oh no. Okay, so this was actually posted by someone that a friend of mine I do follow, I do know, and I do like him, so I'm going to try not to call him out on it. But basically, they were sort of saying this platitude of like, if this person can do it, so can you. And in particular, this person was a disabled person who was doing something. And even though certainly it is inspiring to see disabled people the way that they are able to modify the world around them and make things work for them, to say if they can do it, you as a non-disabled person should be able to do it. That's ableism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know you have to wrap your mind around it for just a second.
Yeah.
But think about it from their fucking perspective.
Yeah.
They did all that just to be compared to someone who's not disabled.
Exactly.
As though, and first of all, you don't know what someone else is dealing with. Just because they're not disabled.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they don't have a chronic disease.
Yeah.
Or they don't have some kind of mental health issue going on where, you know what I mean? Like, Jesus. It's just, I totally get it where, like, I get the sentiment of what's being said because it is inspiring to see people who, like, I'm particularly inspired by people in their 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, still rocking and dipping and doing.
Yes.
And they know the technology and they're on the social medias and they're like doing their yoga. And stylish. And there's one TikTok that I follow. It's the old gay guys or whatever.
Yeah, I love them. They're
so cute. Yeah.
I'm happy they're getting fame and money from this.
They should.
Yeah.
They should, but that's really inspiring to me. But it's not like, well, if these old fucks can do it,
right?
And, you know, they're doing something that a lot of people couldn't do, wouldn't do, etc. So they deserve their own credit. And that's one of the things about the wellness industry and the fitness industry that just kind of bothers me. There's just a lot of platitudes. There's just a lot of like thought-terminating cliches where if you actually think about it, you're like, that's fucking stupid. And speaking of stupid, Britney Spears called out a personal trainer who left her in tears after pinching her stomach and thighs.
What?
And made insensitive comments about her body.
That's horrible.
First of all,
how did I miss this?
You are very, very, very dumb. As a trainer or anyone, I don't care who you are, Jillian Michaels, I'm looking at you. You do not, first of all, you do not touch a client like that. That's not appropriate.
Yeah.
At all. If you need to spot your client or modify their position or help them, whatever, there are ways that you can appropriately do that. But that's during a session. You don't pinch someone's stomach. You don't put your hands on someone.
Right?
What are you thinking, bitch? And then insulting Britney Spears and telling her she's going to get back to her younger body?
What the fuck?
Britney was kind enough not to call this bitch out on social media, because she's on social media, and says she decided to do it for herself. And you know what? Good for her. Although if she wants to zoom in with me a couple times a week. Britney, I have very affordable rates.
Exactly.
And I'll make you feel very positive about your body. Also, can you imagine making Britney Spears feeling like shit about her body?
Right?
Retire.
That is so ridiculous.
Quit the game. You should not be a personal trainer anymore.
No, that's so horrible.
Not cute. So many things in the wellness and fitness industry that I fucking hate, and definitely the personalities that put people down or say negative things to people or kind of motivate by being like a barking dog.
Yeah.
I just hate that. Yeah.
Ugh.
Barf. Gross.
Ugh. I mean, well, speaking of women being treated badly, and I cannot remember if we talked about this portion of Shirley Ralph, but she recently came out and said that she was sexually assaulted by a famous television judge while in a network meeting. Uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes. And she didn't give any names, but everyone was thinking either Judge Mathis or Judge Joe Brown, because they're the only two that have had TV shows. All the other judges are women.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Divorce Court has had like 21 seasons.
Yes, it's so weird, right? I don't know. A lot of people at home during the day, a lot of old people.
I guess.
Well,
fucking good though for being on TV for 21 years. I'm like,
right?
Okay. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Shirley Ralph, you should drop names.
Right? Well, but I don't think she needs to, because almost immediately, Judge Joe Brown stated that he is issuing a lawsuit against her for defamation.
Oh, he's telling on himself.
She never mentioned anyone.
Telling on himself.
And then, you know how Twitter is, that will give you the receipts there better than the FBI. They brought up him at him drunk as fuck, grabbing these two girls, very young, at some party. Like, all kinds of videos of him just being gross towards women and, like, overly flirtatious, while he's clearly intoxicated.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Judge Mathis hasn't said shit, because it probably wasn't him.
Obviously not.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Wow.
Oh, my God. We have a Monique update.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. She's suing CBS and Paramount for unpaid wages and residuals from the Parkers.
No.
Yep. She said that they use an unfair structure, and they haven't been receiving the residuals that her and the rest of the cast has been owed for years. I say sue the fuck out of them. Do it. Just a mess.
That's, a literal crime, because that's wage theft, number one. And it kind of brings us to the current dilemma in mainstream TV, entertainment, whatever, streaming, because residuals is a thing that used to keep people afloat. And, they were able to maintain, even if they weren't working at the time or working on other projects, or sometimes you're working on a project but you don't get paid on that for X number of months, what have you. And that's going away.
Yeah.
Like, very rapidly.
Uh-huh.
Because the whole structure has just changed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're selling to their own streaming service, so there's no residuals really. They're like, well, you made $1.28 for this episode. There's
literally.
I just know, like, it's not the same. The whole structure is just like disintegrating, and people are, and even at the time that there were residuals and there's supposed to be ways to determine what the pay rate was, people were still getting fucked over.
Yeah. Shady fucking business.
It sure is. And yet, here we are in Hollywood.
Well, you know what else Monique did? She came out the closet.
What?
She just released her Netflix special, since all that drama's gone now with them. If you remember, she was bad-mouthing them for years for not paying her, or offering her a competitive wage.
You know what? She has been consistent in her entire career, going all the way back to when she didn't want to do all the press and all the shit for Precious. Because they didn't pay her for that.
Yeah. But yeah,
and people were really getting in on her, and this is a job.
Yeah.
This is something that you should be paid for. You did a movie X number of months ago, 6 months ago, 9 months ago. They paid you whatever, and then now you're supposed to be spending all your time and money going to all these appearances?
And paying for your flights and shit. It's like, no, that they should be paying for those things.
Thank you.
Yeah, child. But yeah, she came out the closet
been very consistent.
during her special.
So she's bi? She's a lesbian?
She's bi. She's still married to her husband.
Okay.
But she said that she has felt a certain way for a certain number of years, and that she didn't really know how to handle these certain feelings she was feeling, and that she didn't want to address anything until her grandmother passed away, because her grandma was old school and she didn't want any type of that stuff to be tarnishing. So that's all done and over. And then she said that she was so afraid to complain with her husband, but they have no secrets.
Yeah.
And she said, babe, I have something I have to tell you. I feel like I really want to be with a woman sexually. And he said, bitch, me too. They are in an open relationship. They talked about that for years. Okay. But yeah.
Good for her.
Right?
Good for her. And good for him.
Yeah.
That's a Hollywood secret for sure. I think a lot of Hollywood relationships are open and have all these kind of different parameters. I think a lot of people in Hollywood are bisexual or even polyamorous or whatever. And I could see that. You know, you're someone who loves attention, and yet you also meet all these other people who love attention. And giving people that energy, they're giving it back to you. Come on. It's just a fuck fest.
Exactly. It's a Hollywood orgy. Uh-oh, what's wrong? That was a deep sigh. What are we getting into?
This is not even remotely close to Halloween. And American Horror Story is already...
Oh, God, I forgot about this. Yeah, that sigh was definitely...
Already giving us nightmares. Brian Murphy's new muse is Kim Kardashian.
Right. Someone said I hope she dies in the first 5 seconds of the episode.
Do you know what's going to suck? Is she's probably going to be in the whole thing, and she's probably going to be good.
Oh, man, let's not put that on us.
No, she's actually, you know what, as much as we dog
she was funny in SNL, I will say that.
She is professional. She does her shit. She shows up. She's, you know what I mean? Like, I actually think she'll probably be good. She'll probably be good.
Hopefully she got some acting classes.
I saw her on, what was that show? Drop Dead Gorgeous? Yeah, she was already on a show. She already has experience doing this. And yeah, she was funny on SNL.
Yeah.
So, as much as I think people want to see her die, which tells us all you need to know about the reception to Kim Kardashian, people want to see her die immediately in the first 5 minutes. Remember that movie that Paris Hilton did, and the whole advertising was "Watch Paris Die"?
Oh yeah, House of Wax.
House of Wax. It was literally like "Watch Paris Hilton die."
Ugh.
I hope she does last the goddamn season. I hope she is good.
We'll Fuck see. It off. Fuck how this show has turned around since our inception.
I haven't seen American Horror Story since.
Me either. Roanoke was the last one I watched.
Good for them for keep going.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think two things can be true. I think they can be the worst people in the world, and I also think they have their place and they can do their own thing. Yeah. Whatever, you know, they're just making money.
We're tired and busy.
Okay.
We're overhating on them. Like at this point, it's whatever. But you know what I did hate, and this is information that I did not need to hear regarding that goddamn family. Please tell me you saw this regarding Kris Jenner.
What?
She was just on Howie Mandel's podcast. Which when did Howie Mandel?
Everybody has one
right
now.
No, but since when? No, not that. Since when has he had a gym membership? Because he's all ripped now.
Oh, he's been ripped.
I've never ever paid attention to that man like that. I was like, when the fuck did this happen? But that's besides the point.
He's a germaphobe who...
Yes, I know that.
Mm-hmm.
But she admitted that she's a squirter. Why? We should all know less about each other.
She's trying so hard.
I mean, old lady, I don't want to hear about this. And that's not me being ageism. I just don't want to hear about it.
She just tries so hard. She tries so hard. The SNL skit about the Kardashians.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kristen Wiig is playing her. But they're doing like 3 sisters, and like Chris is trying to butt in. 4 sisters. It is spot on. Like,
I love it.
She just wishes she could be one of them. She wants to be famous so bad. It's sort of like Munchausen by proxy, except she's not. She's not like poisoning anyone. She's exposing them to the media, which could be could be a variation.
I need to know less about celebrities in this day and age. I could have gone the rest of my life without knowing that information.
She wants to be relevant and in the news. And...
Well, she got it. Yeah, because we're talking about her now. You know who we're about to talk about. See, I'm still traumatized by that. Did you hear about this Drake Bell situation?
What? No. Who's Drake Bell?
The Nickelodeon star. Yes, well, former star. There's an alert that he went missing. He was pronounced missing today.
Oh shit.
But he was found hours later and is said to be okay. He was last seen, this is not a shocker,
doing crack
by a high school.
Oh no.
I say not a shocker because he's on probation for child endangerment.
No.
Yes, this happened a couple of years ago after
Drake and Josh?
Yes, after
Stop.
After this young child's mom.
Josh is not a child predator, right?
No, he's a good one.
Yeah.
She found inappropriate messages between him and her 12-year-old daughter, who DM'd him as a fan. And this relationship went on for quite a while, apparently. And he ended up pleading guilty.
You know what's fucked up? Not that I like kids or that I want to be around kids or...
Fuck them kids.
That I have kids in any way. But when I am around kids, I almost feel weird. Because I don't want to give off the remote impropriety or, ooh, what's that weird gay guy doing with my... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Swear to God. People like this and all the implications of the fact that we're groomers and ooh, it really makes me feel fucking weird around kids. Because I don't have kids. I don't want kids.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. But even like... it was about a year ago. I was visiting my family in the Midwest, and one of my cousin's daughters like threw the gauntlet down of doing like a splits competition.
Oh Lord!
And I was like, "Girl, you're gonna lose." But then after that, she was telling me she was working on her handstand, but she couldn't quite do a handstand. And I was like, "I can help you." And then like making sure people were very aware of, I was like, but I'll have to be able to like touch you. And is that okay if I, adjust you and put my hands on you?
Yeah.
And, really making it, and she of course gave consent to that. But it's like, even with my own family in that moment, I was like, if I just start touching this girl and put my hands on her legs and holding her upside down, do you know what I mean? Are people going to think weird things? That's what fucks it up for everyone. And these people are so disgusting. I just don't fucking get it. Ugh. Ew. Hope he goes to hell.
Seriously. I'm mad that he was found.
Me too.
Keep him missing.
Yes. He dropped off the side of a cliff somewhere.
Oh my God. You know who I don't want to have jump off of a cliff? It's Cardi B. She has come out because she's still resting off her first album, which was 5 years ago, mind you.
You know what? Good.
And everyone's asking where the new music's going to be, when the new album's going to drop.
Ask Rihanna.
Right. And she said that she's going to be honest, she's not confident about her music right now. And I say, most celebrities need to do that and take their time on stuff and release quality work.
Yeah.
Rather than rush putting out a bunch of shit and then having it be a couple of like good singles and the rest of it just going to be filler.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah. So she says she's taking her time and seeing what works and what doesn't work. But yeah, she's not 100% confident in what she's been creating right now. So she's just going to continue taking her time.
Yeah, I don't need to hear, Cardi B 24/7 right now anyways.
Yeah.
Take your time, girl.
See, more people should do that. Give people a breather.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of times the quality of the work is really, it's more shallow.
Yeah.
Right? Like when people come out with that first album, they're digging into so much stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then if the second album is really quick, it's like, you'll kind of notice with a lot of people, it's about what their headlines are or what their perception is or like what being famous is like. Because they're really only pulling from like literally the most recent revelations and things in their lives. So yeah, I think take some time. Artistry reflects your life and your experiences and the stuff that you're going through.
Yeah.
So if you're not really going through a lot of stuff because you're just being a performer, it becomes, I think, just a little shallow.
Yeah.
So.
And on the flip side of that, Ellie Goulding, who has had a gazillion #1 hits and is insane, just released her album last week. Her first album, I think, I want to say maybe 5 years or so.
Yeah.
And
she was doing like a hit a year for a while.
Yes.
It was like back to back. You kind of forget about her.
Someone put a compilation and they said, "Oh my god, I didn't realize how many hits this girl has."
Yeah.
And it was like a 3-minute long video of just snippets of all of her songs that are hits.
It was like every year.
And she writes almost all of her own music. She has like 67 writing credits, which is insane. So she's getting all that money.
Yeah, she's an underrated diva, that's for sure.
And she said that this album is absolutely not personal. She said that every single album that she's ever written is always about something she's going through, be it family issues, personal issues, romantic issues. And that this album, there's no hidden meanings. She just wanted to make a fun album for people to listen to. And she didn't want to dig up any past trauma and have to relive all that stuff just to make another album. She wanted to do something lighthearted and fun. And then someone else asked, and she made a TikTok, and she was like, yeah, no, it's just music. Just to listen to and have fun this time around.
I think there are people that can really write, like Charlie XCX, and some people who can just write
perfect pop albums and written songs.
Bops for themselves,
other people,
collaborate, other people. There's just something about they know that. And there doesn't always have to be a deeper meaning. It's cool when there is.
Yeah, she said she's tired of that for right now. So this album was strictly made for pure fun. And actually, the funny thing is that random person who I think has like 100 followers who made that compilation video was like, "Oh my god, I didn't realize that she had this many fucking hits. All these songs were her."
Oh, I saw that because she
retweeted. She said, "Yeah."
I was like, "Yeah." That's all she said.
Yeah. And then someone
on the show,
and I realized how funny she is on Twitter because someone was saying something like slandering her, saying like, "Oh my god," she's like, "I'm gonna cry if I have to listen to one more Ellie Goulding song," and she responded back and she's all, "Better bust out those tissues."
Well, speaking of tissues,
let me get the cock out of the bottle.
Yeah, we need to refill.
We're not filming porn, by the way.
We need to refill for this.
I should actually put that in. So we have a wine topper that is a rooster. We are not filming porn here in the Wonder Studios.
No, but we do, pull the cock multiple times on this show.
Pull the cock out of the hole, and then we put it back in.
Fabulous topper. It's very colorful. It works perfectly with
it's really good quality.
Yeah, it's heavy. That's heavy.
It doubles as a weapon.
It sure does. Yeah, well, we're pouring more out because even though we may have, flipped our views on the Kardashians and Jenners because whatever, they're just, trying to make money. This man, I still don't know.
What? Who now?
Joe Rogan.
Oh, God.
He's just... the
crypto
gym bro
is
kind of.
Don't get me started on him. He's so disgusting. I can't believe I think he was hot when he was on Fear Factor.
Oh, me too.
Way back in the day. And what sitcom was he on?
He was on a sitcom.
Yeah,
that's right.
A really popular one. I was gonna get on my nerves. I'm gonna Google along real quick.
He probably is still getting
right.
He's probably still getting ripped off, actually, because that's what they do to everyone. But yeah, she's been around for a long time, and he has been problematic on his show.
News radio.
Yeah, okay. And his made all the money now, and I honestly feel like he's at a point, like we're at the point where like we don't care. What do we have to lose? We have nothing to. Who gives a fuck? I think that's also where Joe Rogan is at, just on the other end of the spectrum, because he's made his billions of dollars and all this stuff. And apparently this week on his podcast, he cracked open a Bud Light, because you know how we talked last week about Kid Rock and all the conservative assholes being mad at Bud Light because of their wokeness. He cracked open a Bud Light and said, you know, Bud Light is just spreading their brand to an extra group of people. If something is good, who do you give a fuck who's got it?
He said this?
Yeah. And drank a Bud Light on his show.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I would. This is not the turn of events that I was expecting, actually, from him.
He's definitely a problematic person, but I also found out through this Google searching rabbit hole that I went down on this whole Bud Light controversy. Did you know that this whole fucking thing is because they sent a can of beer to a transgender TikTok star who posted it on her site? That's it!
Oh my God.
It's not a billboard.
This whole thing is so stupid.
It's not an advertising campaign. You can't go into a store and buy a Bud Light with her face on it. It's not in the setup or advertising for the store. As a public person off the internet, unless you have gone out of your way to be outraged by this, you would not even know that it existed.
I did until right now.
Until but Kid Rock is blowing up.
Literally fucking
shooting Bud Light cans.
That he already paid for, so how stupid is that?
Posting videos of Bud Light cans being crushed and, you know, all this stupid fucking bullshit. Over the fact that someone on their TikTok said, oh, I got a Bud Light can with my face on it.
This is so stupid.
Are you kidding me? That's it. That's it. That's the thing that made everyone go fucking nuts and try to cancel Bud Light. Because I was trying to buy the Dylan Face Bud Light cans. I was like, where are they? I don't want And no, that's all it was. They just, as a promotional thing, they sent her a gift that she did a video about.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
God, people are so ridiculous. Oh, God. He was hot back in the day, though. I was looking at older pictures of him. Yeah. And then the demons took over.
Then he turned into, why is he so red?
Yes, why does his head resemble an orange in skin texture?
He looks like a tomato. He has like a very angry tomato.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Such wasted potential.
This is going to bring us right around because I don't know about you, but I've always definitely been a Halle Berry stan.
Yes.
She is very smart and very educated and very talented and obviously gorgeous as fuck.
Yes.
Well, as a woman who is comfortable with herself and her body, she has a social media and she posted a picture on her balcony.
Yes.
Drinking a glass of wine. Very classy. Everything is blocked out. Exactly. You can't possibly see everything. Trust me, I zoomed in.
Nosy.
It's art. It's covered up. It's classy. And yet, for clout, and for hate clicks, and for rage engagement,
God.
Someone with one of the big accounts.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not going to say his name because I actually didn't write it down. It's like, ooh, imagine being in your 50s and not being able to age gracefully and having to post these disgusting photos on social media.
So please tell me that the Twitter piranhas came out and ate his ass up.
Oh yeah, everyone ate him up.
Oh, good.
Everybody, because and we don't even talk about people being ugly on this show, but You know he's ugly.
Uh-huh.
You know... Well, people kind of called him out for that, obviously. But also, a particular photo that he had posted was in this, like, pinkish red, sort of shellfish-esque suit.
Okay.
And Halle Berry reposted his critique of her photo.
Oh my God, I love her so much.
And said this. Did you guys know that the heart of a shrimp is located in its head? Okay, so
I remember I said she's one of my favorite. She's one of my favorite celebrity Twitters, along with Dionne Warwick and Cher.
Okay, first of all, even though I love shrimp. Shrimp are bottom feeders. Shrimp are invertebrates.
Yes,
they don't have a brain. And basically, she said this dumbass, spineless shit eater is trying to.
I love that woman. She could do no wrong in my eyes. She's great.
She said none of those words.
Nope. She didn't need to. That's how True Shade works.
Well, I personally applied this to a situation that I had.
Oh my God.
On social media this week. You know how you see the videos and somebody cooking something and then like, oh, they didn't wash the chicken. You're not supposed to wash the chicken.
Yeah.
To washing chicken and spreading dirt. And there's a whole thread of people like, I wash chicken all the time.
Yeah.
It was just one of those food prep things. And no, he did not wash the chicken. You're not supposed to. And then food prep, someone just asked, oh, but if you food prep, like how many days is it good for?
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen any replies to that. And having a background in nutrition, I said, cooked chicken after 4 days isn't recommended. And I personally do 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
You know, someone had to pop up.
Oh, God. So exhausting.
You can eat chicken in the fridge up to 7 days at the right temperature. You also work in food service?
Yes.
Would you give someone chicken after 7 days?
Absolutely not. No. That's also why we date label everything for health concerns. And there's a use first label on things that are on their last day, and then you throw it out.
And I don't know why I even bothered to...
Yeah.
Here's one of the things that we sort of learn in like mental health, detachment, all this stuff. You don't have to explain yourself. You really don't. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to justify yourself. You don't need to. And yet, I did. I said, I'm going by literal USDA recommendations. And also my personal knowledge.
Yes, which you also
as a nutritionalist. Longer than 4 days is a higher risk of foodborne illnesses.
It is.
Yes, there is a higher risk, but it's held at a proper temperature. It'll be fine.
Oh my God.
And you know what?
How does that even make any sense?
Ooh, you know what I wanted to say? Like, my Aries nature, my fire. I just wanted to be like, you know what? Make it up as you go along. Wash the chicken. Put it on the floor. Eat it after 7 days. Make yourself sick and die.
Right.
No one fucking cares.
Exactly.
Instead, I said, thanks to Halle Berry. I said, may the odds be ever in your favor.
Ha ha ha.
Go on and do. You're going to do it anyways. You have convinced yourself that whatever thought pops into your mind must be right. So go on and do it. You do that then. I don't care.
She really is the gift that keeps on giving. Oh my God. Have you ever like scrolled down her Twitter?
Not really, no.
You should. It's just hilarious. She even I was going there now to see what you're talking about. But she just replies to I remember I told you about the wig situation where she offered her wig to him, just a random Twitter person who was joking around and saying that her sister needs it. And then someone said, Halle Berry, your mother to us all, we are your children. And she reposted with the video clip from the movie White Chicks, where it's like, oh, you want to talk about mothers! To be that successful, rich, and carefree and happy, let me tell you. After going through what she went through a suicide attempt. Remember that?
I also remember, unfortunately, this was another lifetime ago for me before I got into the whole wellness and mindfulness game, was her child and divorce from that male model dude who was a real douche about the whole situation.
Oh, totally.
And she also was a little crazy too.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she went through a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good for her.
Yeah, it's good for her. Good for her.
You know who else I love on social media? Courtney Cox's TikTok.
Okay, what? Oh, okay, I've seen something regarding her in a TikTok.
Yeah.
The most random celebrities have the most entertaining, so social media. It's so funny.
Well, it's very obvious she has a team behind her because clearly, first of all, someone's filming her.
Yeah. It's not Britney with the ring light and a phone stand.
She's not just twirling in her living room. Yeah, she's clearly got a team who's putting it together, but she's done a number of Scream things, and then she did. It kind of didn't hit well with some people, but she did like a thing about New York pizza recently.
Oh God,
that I thought was funny.
What did she say?
She was just showing people how to eat pizza in like New York style.
I did see that,
but she was like doing it
clearly the most
fucked up way, like rolling it up into
cutting it to little pieces, and then giving the rest of it off to like some customers in the pizza spot.
I think she's fucking funny. I don't care what people say. Friends was funny.
Yeah, I enjoyed Friends.
Friends had some brilliant writing.
Yes.
Whether you want to admit to it or not, I feel like there's a point where people try to disregard the classics.
People always try to rewrite history, and
yes,
people trying to say that Mariah, like trying to question Mariah the Carey on with her discography and her accomplishments. That's when you know that people are just off the deep end.
No, right, because I have heard several people say, once I have mentioned that Mariah Carey is going to appear at LA Pride, oh, I didn't think she was at that stage of her career. Bitch, she's Mariah fucking Carey. It's the Los Angeles Pride concert. That is not a step down.
People are so ridiculous.
Are you kidding me?
I can't stand people.
First of all, she can do whatever she wants.
Yes, because she's Mariah Carey.
Do you know how much those tickets are? And then
that part.
That is advocacy, allyship. She is showing up. You know, that's actually that's really cool. That's actually kind of cool.
Yes.
That is not a step down for her.
Right. Let the woman do whatever the fuck she can do what she wants to do. She's Mariah fucking Carey.
Thank you. It's not a county fair.
Right? Jesus. You know who needs to stop doing what he does is that ex-husband of hers, Nick Cannon.
Oh, no.
He just came out saying that he could see his next child being with Taylor Swift. This came unprovoked, mind you. And that he thinks that she'd be up for it. First of all, how gross is that?
He needs a forced vasectomy.
Yes, that's just ridiculous. Also, how weird to talk about another woman's body who you don't even know. That's just creepy to me. And then, today it came out that, they were, doing a quiz on him because he has so many goddamn kids and has had them, in rapid succession for the last 3 years. To name the names of his children, and he forgot one of them.
Well, yeah, you have 12 kids.
That's just insane. And that's why Mariah's trying to get full custody of those twins. And I don't blame her.
They need to sneak into his place. You know what? Taylor Swift, if you're listening, we're going to set him up. You're going to say, he's your baby daddy. You're going to invite him over. You're going to write a song about it. And knock his ass out.
Yep.
Give him a vasectomy.
Yes.
Do the world a favor go out a hero.
Just castrate him altogether. Because vasectomy, you can undo a vasectomy. No, just castrate him. Chop him off.
What is wrong with him?
We're already overpopulated.
Also, why do I always think of Taylor Swift as a little girl and she is like 36?
Same. What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
You heard that, right?
Yes, it's a ghost. It's a ghost. Oh my god, that's how it got. We have to do a Patreon.
Yay.
Before we split. And if you haven't yet subscribed to our Patreon, you should.
It's highly entertaining. Yeah,
this week we're talking about if you're dating someone, should you have a grinder? Alright everybody, thanks for listening. Be sure to check out our sponsors and our show notes and save some money by using our coupon codes. Until next time,
goodbye.
Bye.